Welcome, Woods. Good to see you. Good morning. It's Erica, and I'm actually heading down the rabbit trail this morning. It's January 2nd. We're starting to the new year. I'm not going to show much of the trail today. I'm just going to do a walk and talk a little bit here. Oh, that little sweater's still there. Hope whoever finds it. I put it there yesterday for a little girl who lost it or a child. I don't know. Really today, I just wanted to walk a little bit. Take it easy. I'm only going to take the short trail. Yesterday's trail was fun, but it took a lot on my body, so I'm going to do that here and there. I'm hearing leaf blowers. I'm hearing all kinds of things. Just a reminder, this little green space and these trails are in the midst of my neighborhood. So even though it's lovely and green, you're going to hear some buzzings and whirs of probably cars and other people talking, and that's okay. Grabbed a little drinky drink here of some thinker fluid. What I'd like to call today my piping hot caffeinated beverage. I decided to start this up just to document a little bit what I do. If you watched yesterday's video that I posted last night, see, I'm not trying to get followers or anything like that. I'm just doing this for me, and whoever finds me, finds me. Tried to do another YouTube channel for a while that I really wanted to do. It's where my heart was at. I lived in Orlando to do some theme parks and stuff, but there was just so much pressure. And though I loved doing it and it was a really creative outlet, there, a candle lighting my way. That seems so fitting. I'm starting out the new year with little signs like that. That was cool. Anyway, I'm not going to push for followers. I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to post as I go. This is mostly for me. But if anybody finds me, awesome. Just want to do this little simpler thing. I'm in a new space that I wasn't excited to get to. I'm going to be really honest with you. It wasn't my choice to get in here to North Carolina, but it's been nice. I do miss the theme parks. I do. And I do miss some of the people out there. So if you're one of my friends from in the Orlando and Florida area and you find this, hi, I do miss you. But really what I want to bring up though is, like many other people have, I love these little twisted trees over here. Hearing squirrels. I was just kind of not only drawn back to some simpler life. I know it was a big trend in 2017, which really wasn't a trend over in like Denmark and the Nordic area. And I just feel the need to slow down. I talked to my hubby and he's for it too. I just want to take in that hygge mindset again, just simpler, easy breezy, cozy. I do need to find some work. I do have my eye on somewhere that I hope works out. It would be a cozy little creative spot. So all the good thoughts for that is I'm going to put in towards that. Took this little side step here on my rabbit trail. by a little creek. There's where I crossed over yesterday. You see it? There it is. My symbolic jump into the new year. It took a lot out of me yesterday, actually. My body's kind of feeling it, so that's why I'm taking it slow and easy today and this morning. But one of my favorite vloggers that I found, looking for theme park stuff when we first started going in 2018, just to see what it was like, we found Adam the Woo. And though he didn't do a lot of theme park stuff at that point, he was definitely connected to many of the ones that we did find. And he was kind of this just elusive find out in the wild, if you could find him. And I was actually really blessed enough to run into him a few times. I might take a seat at the bench over there. That's what I'm going to do. We're here. All the rustling leaves I get over there. He's an interesting guy. Always living life doing something interesting. And when he was with his friends, it was just really fun to watch him do his thing. And I just loved how simple he kept his videos. Nothing fancy to them. And I know he did it for a really long time, so that's how he started, and it wasn't going to change. And other vloggers that really jumped on that bandwagon that were inspired by him to do it were doing so many different things with theirs, so much production. And it's something I tried to do, because what I did was obviously on an Adam tree, basically, which is kind of funny out here to say. More cars going by. Just wanted to keep this new channel just kind of real simple. Just taking in my walks and talking if I want to or need to, kind of like today. And just taking in some air this morning, keeping it a little easy breezy. I'm gonna keep going. The world lost Adam suddenly back on December 22nd, which was such a shock. We had just watched his last video, and another one of our favorite vloggers, World of Micah, did kind of a year-end video and had literally just brought up his friend Adam, and we kind of talked about Adam and Adam's life. And then to turn around that next day and finding out that he had passed suddenly was such a shock, because he was only a few months younger than me. So it was it's kind of a scary thought, because he just lived life to the fullest, which I fully believe. He lived life to the fullest, but he was so spontaneous and would just go. And just made me want to slow down. Just take in everything around me. Take in some new experiences. I miss the theme parks. Oh. Little waterfall right there. Birds flying around. I'm not big on birds. Not big on them at all. Thanks to Alfred Hitchcock. I'm watching that movie when I was about 8 or 9 at a friend's house. Probably not the best thing. A year ago today, as I was in a group called Dapper Orlando, where they did Dapper Day, and one of the things I really wanted to do was Dapper Day when I got to Orlando. It was going to be much easier than traveling there. Getting ready for my turnaround here. Look at the little moss and the little grasses coming before it hits. And there's the neighborhood sounds. About a year ago, Dapper Day, that Dapper Day group from Orlando posted some pictures that they missed posting from the year prior, from 2024. And April 2024 was my first time to do Dapper Day at Walt Disney World in Epcot. And imagine my shock when I'd had a part of a big group picture. I believe it was the Dapper Orlando group. We were back in the pavilion of the UK pavilion. So that was fun. There's a waterfall. Which was interesting. I dressed as a daffodil. That was my inspiration for A.A. Milne's Daffodilly. So I wanted to get over there and get into Christopher Robin's room, hopefully to meet Winnie the Pooh. That was my goal. And since that's where the picture was being taken, was right over by there. I couldn't wait to go ahead and get in line after I got those pictures and talk to some friends. And imagine my shock when Adam the Woo was standing there taking in the group. Not in the group, but just taking in the group. And I was so thrown because I was hoping to get over to meet him. He looked very dapper. He sported a handlebar mustache, some plaid pants and suspenders, and that might be one of my favorite videos I've seen of him. It was delightfully unhinged, and I may link that down in the description since I'm thinking about that one today. I went over to meet him, and as I met him, delightfully, a cast member came over and gave me a really cool little trinket and card that they only give friends because they were so taken with my outfit. And I explained to the cast member what my inspiration for the outfit was. And Adam listened, and he just stopped, and he said, "That moment is so cool, and that was a really great story. Can I get you on video?" Not gonna say no to Adam the Woo. So I talked to him about what had happened, about my outfit, about needing to get over to see Winnie the Pooh, hopefully, in Christopher Robin's room. And he kind of pointed that out on the video. And as I said, my inspiration, I said that the poem was very short. And I don't know what came over me. I asked if he wanted me to recite it, and he excitedly said, "Yes, please." So it's on video. I ended up in Adam the Woo's video for Dapper Day, which is insane to me. And the picture that popped up in memories today, the one that I actually came across a year ago today, it's a part of the group over in the UK pavilion, and over on the right side, left side, I don't know my right from my left, the left side of the picture, you could see Adam the Woo in his red plaid pants and his little fedora filming. And if you look a little bit further, you could see my giant yellow fascinator. And in this candid shot of the group, you could see him filming me. That picture hits different today than it did a year ago. A year ago, I was like, wow, that was so cool. And even though I'm saying, yeah, that was so cool, I'm like, wow, that was so cool. Got to meet Adam the Woo would be in one of his posts or in one of his videos. His simple videos. Even though that one was unhinged, it was never overproduced. Back here by the trail. Anyway, it just hit me deeper today, and I wanted to get out and just walk, take in some air, get a piping hot caffeinated beverage. And just think about how cool that was. I got to meet him a couple other times. A couple times at MegaCon. And that was fun. And saw him another time at a distance. Elusive, interesting guy. You never knew where he was going to be, what he was going to do next. But he lived it fully. And it's documented. We could see almost every day of his life for the last several years. And it's wild knowing that I'm in just a snippet that life of his. Gosh, he's going to be missed. It's going to be weird when his videos don't pop up for us anymore. When algorithms take it out of the feed. I was just thinking, as I'm walking around our new green space and just taking in some air and doing it where I can bring my finger fluid with me. So when I started this walk this morning, I started about 10:30 or so. So however long it took me here, where are we at now? About 10:48. So we've been going almost 20 minutes. So right at 20. But that's because I sit and I take things in. I don't do this very fast, but I just wanted to take the short rabbit trail here. Just talk it out. Just talk about, is another reason why I wanted to start this. It's almost kind of like in Adam's memory a little bit. But for my own well-being, just simple. Not for algorithms. Not for followers. Maybe some connections. That would be cool. Mostly it's just so I could talk it out. Remember what I've seen. Just something a little new and different for me. I'm not an outdoorsy person, usually. But I don't mind getting out. Early morning boat on the water, like on a lake, where it's really quiet and serene. Hoping to pick up some kayaking here soon, so I hope to get some of that in later this year. Yeah. Back front here, there at the sweater. Anyway, thanks for trailing along. If you're still here, hope I didn't lose you in the woods. Just putting out there how I want to do things, and just remembering and thanking Adam. I didn't really know him, but he was in our living room for a lot of moments while we watched. So anyway, today's video is for him. There's a lot of other videos out there, I know, but it's from somebody on a little bit of the outside, and but still fully inspiring people. That's kind of where I'm at. So, to Adam, piping hot caffeinated beverage. Thanks for trailing along with me. And till next time, soonish. Happy trails. Bye. Thank you, Woods, for your time today. I'll see you again really soon.